Hey, what up YouTube? Long time no see. I said in the last video that I probably wouldn't be making any more watch videos because my Rolex Explorer pretty much killed the hobby for me, and I reduced my collection of about 10 or 12 pieces over the last few years down to just a very small 3-watch collection with a 3-watch watch roll case. So I got the Rolex Explorer in January 2020, and I've still got my modded Seiko SKX on the Jubilee, and for my ultimate beta, I was wearing this old Vostok with the acid bath bezel, and I really enjoyed wearing that. I always feel naked without a watch on, and if I was doing something gardening, painting, this would be on the wrist. I wanted something that I didn't mind getting banged up, but I've now had 2 incidents with a Vostok where the movement has just gone crazy over the time, so I'm done with them. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today was the development in the last week or so with the Rolex Explorer. As you may or may not know, they are now discontinued in the 39 size, and Rolex have brought back the 36. They had a bit of a disappointing release for 2021. Many people there was a Rolex Explorer 2 that apparently doesn't look any different from the previous version. But the biggest news out of Rolex was the fact that they re-released the Rolex Explorer 36 in a very modern version with the much improved clasp, similar to this, with the Easy Link system. And they also released which was a bit of a shock, a 2-tone version, a gold and steel 36 Explorer, but they discontinued this, the Rolex Explorer 214270 Mark II in 39 millimeters. So this is gone. You cannot buy them from an AD anymore. Now, last year when Rolex, was it last year or was it the year before? Anyway, the Oyster Perpetual no date Explorer watch, the regular Rolex, kind of the entry level Rolex, the Oyster Perpetual, that was bumped up from a 39 to a 41. And that caused a bit of a stir, you know. And I thought, and I mentioned at the end of the last video, what will that mean for the 39? Will they become more popular now, the Rolex Explorer 39? Will it be discontinued? I didn't really imagine that they would, but they went ahead and did it. And when that happened with the, when I found out that the Perpetual 39 was bumped up to a 41, I thought I'd have a look at how the price of a Rolex Explorer was doing on the used market and on the grey market. Now, when I got this, this was back in January 2020, I entered the price into my account on Chrono24. I've bought 3 or 4 watches from Chrono24 in the past, 2 Tudors from Chrono24, from dealers in France, and it was a great experience. I wouldn't buy a Rolex from Chrono24 or the grey market in general, because the authorized dealers, the ADs, sell the watches for what they actually cost. The grey market, especially for the sports models, and this is the entry-level sports model, they tend to inflate the prices. And, you know, with some of them, it's ridiculous. And I never thought that the Explorer would get like that. But when I looked a few months ago, I saw the price on average for a grey market or a used Rolex Explorer from the same period, January, thereabouts, 2020, mine had increased 19%. And I thought, well, that might be true, but for all those people that say, well, I just wouldn't buy one on the grey market anyway. I wouldn't buy a used one. I wouldn't buy it on the grey market. So that's not an issue. But now that they have removed them from the market, if you want a 39, 214, 270, that is now your only option. And look at that price. This is the minimum. This is the high end, and this is the average. $11,500 for a $6,800 watch. Well, I paid $6,800 because I got mine at the authorized dealer, and because I ordered it in December 2019, I paid December 2019 prices. Rolex themselves bumped the price up in January, and the AD was well aware of that, but he said, don't worry about it, the price is not going up because you ordered back in December. So that's what I paid, $6,800. Now, looking at the prices now, and this is just a week. Right now I'm talking to you in the middle of April 2021. This is 1 week after Rolex made the announcement, and the price has now gone up 54% on the grey and used market. And that's the average price. So it's turning out to be something of a value proposition, not something you usually hear said about a Rolex watch. Value proposition usually means Seiko or Orient or something like that. But yeah, if you're going to be able to wear a watch for a year, pay $6,800 for it, and then sell it for close to $12,000, that is a value proposition. Now, I won't be selling this. I love it. It's still my favorite watch. I'm just giving the old Jubilee bracelet and the Seiko, the modded Seiko, a bit of wrist time, but this is still my favorite. So I just thought it was an interesting development. I wondered if they were gonna discontinue the 39 or even bump it up in size. I was hoping they wouldn't. I think they've done the right thing, actually. Not discontinuing it, but releasing the 36 again. I know a lot of people really like the 36, and now to get a ultra modern version of a classic 36 Explorer with a much improved bracelet, it's really great news for Explorer enthusiasts. But this is really great news for me. So, you know, it was an expensive watch. I consider it an expensive watch at $6,800 when I bought it. But now I am walking around with a $10,000 to $11,000 watch on my wrist. That's more than my car. Well, one of them. I've got one nice, my wife and I have got one nice car and then a little runabout. And I use the runabout because she drives a lot more than I do. And so, yeah, this is worth more than my car now. And I thought it's a bizarre development. Is it worth it? Probably not. In real terms, it's a stainless steel, simple, no date watch. Great movement, very accurate. It's still been running about plus 1 second a day. Yeah, it's a great watch. Very comfortable. Very happy that I bought it, and even more happy now. Look at that. So yeah, that was it. Short video. I might be posting a video soon about this Vostok and what to replace it with. And if any of you guys have any good ideas, I've been looking at a couple of watches. A Citizen NJ0100. It's kind of a cushion case watch like this, bit big. Or the Captain Willard, the Seiko 6105. Now, Seiko don't obviously make that exact watch anymore. They've done a couple of reissues, and I don't really like any of them. Mainly because of the price, because the 6105 was $95 in the 70s, which brings it to about $600 with when you take inflation into account, $500 or $600. That was what it would cost today. But Seiko, for the cheapest reissue they made, I think they want over $1,000. And so I was thinking of getting a homage, something like a Steel Dive 6105 homage. And the reason behind that is that it has a NH35 movement in it and a sapphire crystal. I'm not too keen on it having a ceramic bezel insert, but there you go. You can't have everything. It's a bit too blingy for what I want it for. I want to wear it for the same reasons I enjoyed wearing this. And that was, you know, gardening, painting the house, repairing things, not caring if I get paint on it or stuff like that. So I want a real beater. I'm not going to go out putting down flagstones in the garden with the Rolex on, and not this either, because this one has a bit of a weak spot, and that is the Hardlex crystal. These things scratch really easy, and yeah, I don't want to damage it because I'm really fond of this watch, and there's no way I'm going to be wearing the Rolex for stuff like that. So yeah, that was it. Just wanted to share with you the prices of Rolex Explorers are going crazy. Now this is of course the grey market. If you can, if you're thinking of getting one, get it now, because the AD, an authorized dealer, won't be bumping prices up. They will be empty in stock. No one will have it, so they will be calling on Rolex for the last remaining stock of the 39. In larger cities, it was difficult to get them last year. I talked to a few people on various forums, and some were naming like a 1-year waiting list in New York and cities like New York, London, Chicago. In smaller towns where there is an AD, you might just be lucky and find a Rolex Explorer, and you might just be able to pick it up at the retail of $7,000 something, $7,200, something like that. And as soon as you walk out the store, it will be worth $10,000 plus. So you're going to make money on it. It certainly is a value proposition. So if you want one, hurry up and get one. I won't be selling this. I will definitely be keeping it now. Who knows where this is going to go? Just look at that graph there. You can see this is around about here now. It's just bizarre that it can increase so quickly. And the grey market will soon be the only place to get a Rolex Explorer. So they're going to be dictating the prices from now on in the used market and the grey market. So if you're going to get one, it's now. Bye for now. Talk to you all soon. See you.